Facebook now says that the news articles published to your timeline will now come with a trust indicator. I think that's just crap. Questioning authority does not have to mean protests or riots in the streets, but good research is all about questioning authority. Not all sources are helpful or even useful, and knowing how to tell the difference is a large part of being well-versed with information. So when evaluating websites, books, articles, or any other place you find information, ask yourself 5 questions. Is it current? Is it relevant? Is the source an authority on that information? Is it accurate? And is the purpose biased? So if you're paying attention, that's CRAAP. This unfortunate acronym is really pretty helpful in that it stands for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose.
How long will he have to stay in the hospital?
Well, we have to put him in a plastic cast. There may be some swelling, so we'd like to keep him in the hospital a day or two to observe it and make sure he's comfortable.
Have him flat in bed with a foot raised. Give him oxygen and have him watched continuously until he's fully recovered consciousness. He is still dangerously ill, and any minor accident may have the gravest consequences.
I guess I should be grateful to have access to medical care at all, but I certainly would prefer to have a doctor or a nurse with the most recent training possible. Doctors and nurses work hard at staying current. Research is the same way. Not only should your information be accurate and authoritative, but it should also be current. But even that is relative. If you're researching current events, for example, scholarly resources probably will not even be available, and the internet is going to be your only option. But if you're researching historical events, and you're looking for information published about the same time as the event that you're studying, that changes things. So if you're looking for information published within minutes or days of the event that you're studying, then the internet is probably your best option. If you're looking for information published within a few days of the event, newspapers. Within a few months of the event, scholarly journals. And within a year or a few years of the event, I'd look at books and reference works. But even this is relevant. Scholarly literature in some fields of study, like mathematics, will cite information that is much older and for longer periods of time than other fields of study, like the sciences. So currency doesn't just mean the most recently published information, though sometimes it does mean that. It means choosing information sources that were published at the appropriate time for your research need. The third is authority, and everything you need to know about authoritative sources you can learn from Miracle on 34th Street.
Your Honor, the defense has yet to produce one bit of authoritative proof that this man is really Santa Claus. And in view of the fact that it is Christmas Eve and we're all anxious to get to our homes, I ask that these commitment papers be signed without further delay.
Mr. Gailey, have you anything further to offer?
I should like to submit the following evidence, Your Honor. It concerns an official agency of the United States government. The Post Office Department, one of the world's largest business concerns, did a gross business last year of $1,112,877,174.
Your Honor, I'm sure they're all deeply gratified to know that the Post Office Department is doing nicely, but it hardly has any bearing on this case.
Furthermore, the U.S. postal laws make it a criminal offense to willfully misdirect mail or intentionally deliver it to the wrong party.
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm sure that the state of New York is willing to admit that the Post Office Department is authoritative, prosperous, and efficient.
For the record?
For the record, anything to get on with this case.
Then, Your Honor, I offer these letters in evidence. They're simply addressed to Santa Claus, yet they were each delivered to Mr. Kringle by bona fide employees of the Post Office Department. I offer these as authoritative proof.
Your Honor, 3 letters are hardly authoritative proof.
I have further exhibits, Your Honor, but I hesitate to produce them.
Oh, I'm sure we'd all be glad to see them.
Oh, yes, indeed. Put them on my desk.
On your desk?
Yes, yes.
Very well, Your Honor. Every one of these letters is addressed to Santa Claus, and the post office has delivered them to my client. Therefore, the United States government recognizes this man, Kris Kringle, as Santa Claus.
If the United States of America believes this man is Santa Claus, then this court will not dispute it. Case dismissed.
The fourth is accuracy, and this one is really pretty elementary. The information you use to build your argument should be accurate, so check it. If you don't check it, someone else will, and that's a good thing, but also why you should cite your sources. By the way, did you know Sherlock Holmes never said, "It's elementary, my dear Watson"? Well, he did in the movie.
But how do you know about them?
Elementary, my dear Watson. This man has been dead for at least 2 hours.
But not in the books. That phrase actually comes from P.G. Woodhouse's 1915 P. Smith Journalist, so check your sources. The need for accuracy is elementary. And the last one is purpose. But all this talk about CRAAP naturally has me thinking about cows, and about the website that posted an article about dairy cows tainted with the chemical DHMO. Massive levels of DHMO were found during the floods following Hurricane Harvey in Texas. And alarmingly, DHMO is also a common additive in the beverage industry. According to surveys conducted by DHMO.org, 40 to 60% of people think it should therefore be banned nationwide. But here's the problem. DHMO, or dihydrogen monoxide, is water. DHMO.org therefore fails the purpose test. It is biased with an agenda that is not readily apparent. In fact, it exists solely to prove this very point, that not everything that looks legit is legit. So when Facebook says they're adding a trust indicator to the news items published to your timeline, they're really just questioning the currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose of those news items, which is really something we should be doing anyway. I need coffee. See ya.